Yo, yo, what up? What up? Top of the top. Good morning, what's up? Y'all already know how Friday go. TGIF. Good morning, Miss Carla. I think somebody blocked you by mistake in the chat yesterday, but I fixed it. I will never block you. Y'all already know what's up. Family in the chat. For no fame, Mafia is here very early. Good to see y'all once again. Y'all already know how we do on Friday around here. But if you don't know, thank you for pulling up. Because we're about to get into some things today. I'm going to be talking about some things. And I might piss some people off. But who cares? Who cares? These are my opinions. But I'm going to be touching on some real things today. Yes, I am. We got a lot of stuff going on. Yeah, it's going to be a good episode today. So, like I said, thank y'all for pulling up. Early, tuning in, tapping in. Y'all know how I do. I'm for no fame. I'm always live. Catch me weekdays, Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. beyond. Anyway, good to see y'all. We're going to get into it. This might be a little long show today. I don't know. What's up, everybody? I'm a holler at y'all. Good morning, Miss Jackie. Yeah. Y'all know I'm gonna touch down at the end of the show. I'm gonna shout y'all out. What's up, my man Alan from the UK? Always on time. Zengard, what's up? But yeah, I'm not gonna hold y'all too long today. This is gonna be heated. It's gonna get a little heated. But yeah. Today I'm gonna be talking about the curse of Bobby Brown. Bobby Brown is a wicked man. He's very wicked. It's my opinion, right? And Bobby Brown has been trying to play us. He's been trying to finesse us. He been coming out a lot recently, and you're gonna notice Bobby Brown been doing a lot of cashing out, and he's been telling a lot of bogus ass stories, right? Like one story. Y'all know we heard about the story. They said that They said Whitney Houston actually turned out Bobby Brown. But I started thinking, I'm like, that's a lie. This man slandering this woman. This man been trying to clean his name up. He's been slandering that woman since she's been dead. Come on. That's basically what he been doing. And in my opinion, I'm gonna touch down on some of these things because Bobby Brown is a slick ass dude. And you're gonna notice you never heard about Whitney turning him out when she was alive. You heard that after she was dead. And I'm going to show you how this man been trying to clean up his image and been trying to capitalize. But Bobby Brown also his son has died and his daughter. Bobby Brown Jr. dead from drugs. Bobby Christina dead from drugs. And in my opinion, he is the culprit. And I'm going to get into my opinion. So like I said, some people ain't going to feel what I got to say, so what? Anyway, that's Bobby Brown. I'm going to touch on the curse of Bobby Brown. He ain't nothing but a walking dark cloud. Also, for those that know about YELLA BEEZY, the rapper from Dallas, Texas. Yeah, I know Texas been in the news all week. Dallas, Texas. Yeah, YELLA BEEZY, the one that sing that song, That's On Me, Baby, whatever. Yeah, him. He is locked up for sexual assault charges on a charge that was from November, but he got snatched back up. I'm gonna touch on that. I'm also gonna touch on Snoop Dogg, how he always lying too. You're gonna see all them rappers and entertainers from the 90s be lying their ass off now. It's 20 years later, they remix stories, they speak about dead people that's not here, and they lie. So I'm gonna talk about Snoop Dogg lying ass and how he told another lying ass story. And you'll see every year they keep adding something to the story or taking something away. These niggas be lying. Anyway, I'm gonna touch on that. I'm also gonna touch on so I got a couple things, right? I'm also gonna talk about how a vessel carrying 800 Haitians to America. They ended up in Cuba. And I'm gonna talk about that. I got a couple things I'm gonna be talking about. I'm also gonna be talking about the crime wave and how crime is picking up and how people are doing stupid crimes for money. Other than that, like I said, I'm not gonna hold y'all too long. We're gonna get into it. Fun No Fame, episode 184. Top of the top. We live. What's popping? What's cracking? What's good? I'm gonna get to the chat. I ain't see y'all pulling up, all of y'all, but I'm gonna get to y'all. Just know that. Cassie, Latasha, Jordan, whoever else slid in here, we're gonna get into it. Now, Mr. Bobby Brown, Mr. My Prerogative. People gotta understand Bobby Brown used to try to be like a he was the first Chris Brown. He was the singer that take his shirt off with a bad boy image. You know, Bobby Brown was known for fighting, being from the streets of Boston. He used to try to portray that hood image. All right, he was supposed to be the badass, the bad boy R&B singer. So when you see Chris Brown, he just the light-skinned version of Bobby Brown. That's why you also hear the allegations of Chris Brown on drugs. The same story, right? All right. The same way how they get portrayed as a womanizer. They say how Bobby Brown was y'all know the whole routine, all right? It's that Brown energy. No disrespect to people last name Brown, but it's something in the industry with this Brown last name. But we're gonna get into some things, right? Now, recently, Bobby Brown has been popping out, and he's been trying to cash out off his story left and right, trying to clean up his image. And in the process, he's showing how much of a punk ass man he is, how much of a failure he is. And in my opinion, Bobby Brown is a piece of you know what. He is a foul nigga. Now, see, we're gonna take a look at the recent Bobby Brown. You see, now Bobby Brown, you know, he got his Louis Vuitton on, you know, he tried to get fly. He run around with New Edition trying to make his little money, right? And every chance he get, he cashing out off his story. And he also is getting a lot of support and love for his dead family members. And in my opinion, he uses them for sympathy and empathy, and he is a capitalist. It's my opinion. Now, this is the thing. A lot of people don't know that Bobby Brown Jr. died 2020. His son died during the pandemic. And a lot of people forgot or didn't know, because I didn't know, that his son also died from an overdose of alcohol, cocaine, fentanyl, a cocktail. We also know Bobbi Christina died in 2015 from a concoction by her boyfriend, allegedly. But there was some things that Bobby Brown said, and that's when I said he's a foul ass nigga. And Bobby Brown is a piece of shit. There's some things he said, and I caught what he said. Now, Bobby Brown said that he was unaware of his son's drug use. Then he turned around and admit he knew his son did recreational drugs. What the hell is recreational drugs? Oh, that's weed, right? Okay, yeah. But I want to show you how a snake talks sideways. He just said he was unaware of his son's drug use. Then he admits he knew his son did recreational drugs. So which one is it, Bobby? You playing. All right, but check it. And he also tried to say that he wasn't aware of his son trying to do harder drugs. Let's stop right there. Because I told you it's a lot of lies we was told and raised on, right? Now, you was told that weed was a gateway drug. Some people feel it ain't, some people feel it is. For the people that have smoked weed and never tried nothing else, that's what's up. But what some people don't understand, it is some people that smoke weed and they get to a point where the weed don't do nothing for them no more and they want to try something else. The same way kids, when they party, teens, young people, or curious minds, they do weed. They might get around certain people in a party, certain places. They say, hey, you want to try some of this? And when you're young, 9 times out of 10, if it's cool, you're going to try it. That's Bobby Brown Jr. Allegedly. Now, I'm going to show you how Bobby talked out his mouth two ways. Bobby said he was unaware of his son's drug use. Then he admitted he knew his son did recreational drugs, but he was not aware of him doing hard drugs. See, hard drugs, recreational drugs. I could have sworn drugs was drugs. Anyway, this nigga's playing stupid. He said it was a shock to me. Bobby spoke about the guilt he feels for exposing his children to alcohol and drugs. Once again, he just told on himself again. He admits he feels guilty for exposing his children to alcohol and drugs because when they was younger, he was always high, and 9 times out of 10, he was in the house getting high around them. That's why he said he feels guilty. But he just said he didn't know his son did hard drugs. He knew he did recreational drugs, but not hard drugs. So I'm showing you a stupid ass father and a piece of shit dad and a junkie ass nigga. Bobby said it was important for the public to know his son was not an active drug user. He would experiment with different drugs. Once again, he talking sideways again. He said it was important for the public to know his son was not an active drug user. You just said he was a recreational drug user. And you was not aware of hard drugs. Now you're going to say, he want the public to know his son was not an active drug user. Then he said his son would experiment with different drugs. That is the behavior of a drug head or a junkie. No disrespect to Bobby Brown Jr., but I'm showing you how his dad is sitting playing stupid, right? He said he would experiment with different drugs. And let's break that part down. A person that would experiment with different drugs is considered a drug head or a junkie. You know why? Because they'll try anything, long as it get them high. And I'm relating this also to what's going on when they talk about the opioid epidemic or the overdose epidemic, because Bobby Brown's son was actually a victim of the opioid epidemic because he also had laced drugs. We already talk about this. For some people, weed is the gateway drug. And while they high on weed, somebody gonna say, hey, you want to try this Molly? You can smash a chick a little longer. You try some of this Molly, bro. He might try the Molly. He might try the ecstasy. He might try the Percocet. He might try the Xanax bar. He might drink a little lean. He might take a whiff of blow up his nose. He might mix some stuff with his weed. So when this man say his son would experiment with different drugs, in my opinion, that's what he's talking about. And people who like to get high experiment with different drugs. And like I said, let me clarify this because a lot of weed people get very highly offended. I love weed too. I just don't smoke that much right now, and I don't smoke. I chilled out, took a break. But I like weed too. But this is not for the weed heads, all right? This is for the people that smoke weed but really want to do other drugs and love to get high, period. This is about people that love to get high. When you love to get high and you like to be high more than you're sober, you're considered a drug head. When you're high more than you're sober. When you wake up and get high, you go to bed, you high. Every day you're fucking high, you are a drug head, whether you like it or not. Now, when you're partying or you get high socially on occasion, that is called enjoying yourself, partying. I'm not going to get into that. My point is, this man said he did not know his son was dealing with hard drugs, but he knew he dealt with recreational drugs. And he also said his son would experiment with drugs. So that is the behavior of a drug head. That's not my point. My point is Bobby Brown knew exactly what his son was doing. You knew your son was getting high. And you knew he was dealing with certain drug activity. Then once he OD, you want to act like you ain't know he was getting high on hard drugs. You ain't know he was getting high. See? But did you have a talk with him? That ain't the point. The point is, Bobby Brown, you know you got high, hella high, and your son probably seen you get high. Nigga, you might have got high with your son. Who knows? It's all that. It's all alleged. But I'm getting into this because Bobby Brown is a piece of shit. As you see right here, you see the crackhead in Bobby Brown. I told you. People that smoke a lot of crack, and no disrespect to my people that used to get high, they cleaned their life up. I'm talking about Bobby Brown because he out here still trying to capitalize off the death of his family members. And you see, he got the crackhead mouth because when you smoke a whole lot of crack and you be getting high for years, you had a permanent twitch, the crack twitch lip, the crack mouth, as I call it. So as you see Bobby Brown right here, this is the real fiend, Bobby Brown. The nigga's a fiend. So when we hear the story about how Whitney got Bobby turned out, I repeated that dumb shit, but I don't believe that. I'm taking that back. I believe this man turned her out like they said in the beginning. He turned her out, and remember, once she passed, he been trying to clean up his image and trying to say that, oh, she turned him out. Nigga, you're lying. You're a liar. You're lying. That's my opinion. As you see Bobby Brown right here, the nigga always was high. See the sweat, nigga? That's that coke high, nigga. That's that crack high. But anyway, this man is a junkie, but now he want to walk around like he that dude. So he got on his Louis, he shot, he happy now. He got the biopics, he getting all these interviews, but he keep using his family to get sympathy. And look at Bobby Brown here at the funeral. This is him at the funeral of Bobbi Christina, if I'm not mistaken. You see how he look right here? Bobby Brown, he don't know nothing. And this is also something he said when I realized he was really a bitch. Bobby said, Bobbi Christina was stuck in an abusive relationship with a man, or boy, I should say, that basically controlled her life. Do you hear what this man just said? Now, this is her father. He knew she was in an abusive relationship and he did nothing. He also knew that this man was controlling his daughter. He knew it. He admitted it. He said that this man was controlling his daughter's life. Mind you, we gotta rewind back to history. Remember, Whitney had already died. All he had left was Bobbi Christina, and he did not protect Bobbi Christina at all, knowing that was a child that him and his wife had. And we know about the stories we heard about the money situation and about the estate and how Bobbi Christina was the next in line that had a power. She had more dibs on the bag than Bobby himself, because Bobby was a fiend, and people know he is a damn fiend, and ain't no way in hell he was going to get Whitney estate. So we're going to watch how these people sell out. Now, I'm going to repeat it again because some people don't hear clear. Bobby Brown said Bobbi Christina was stuck in an abusive relationship with a man that basically controlled her life. So, nigga, you was alive. You knew your daughter was being abused, controlled, and probably getting high. You knew this, but you did nothing because you a bitch. And Bobby Brown represents the weak-ass niggas that's on the planet that know certain things but won't do nothing. Now, I can understand your son slipped through the gates. But, nigga, you ain't protect your own daughter. And you told on yourself and admitted you knew she was stuck in an abuse. How is my daughter stuck anywhere? Period. I know my daughter is in an abusive relationship, and I'm just going to sit back and just be chilling, doing me. And I know it's a dude going upside her head, taking her money, getting her high. I ain't going to do nothing but just act like I don't know nothing, right? Well, that's what Bobby Brown's saying he did. He's saying he knew his daughter was stuck in an abusive relationship with a man who basically controlled her life. And we know that his daughter, Bobbi Christina, died from a drug concoction given by this man, Nick. He was a fiend too. Some people felt like he was the one sent to do it because of the estate that Bobbi Christina had access to. But the point is, Bobby Brown, you knew what was going on, and you want to act like now you feeling guilty and bad, but you knew what was going on because you just said it out your own mouth. So the question is, Bobbi Brown, why you didn't do nothing when you knew your daughter was in an abusive relationship and the man was controlling her money and her assets and beating on her? You knew it, Bobbi Brown, but you did nothing. That's what you're telling me. Because a fucking crackhead always gonna be a crackhead. A fiend will always be a fiend. But when that fiend go to the Louis store and get a little jewelry and a little bit of nice things, you start thinking they ain't a fiend no more, or they good people. No, he's a piece of shit. And he's going around right now doing interviews, trying to get sympathy and empathy, trying to increase his revenue and trying to create his image like that Bobbi Brown is a good man. Remember, last week, a couple weeks ago, he just came out and said he was molested. Because you gotta remember, in Hollywood, that's the new ritual too. All you gotta do is admit you was molested, and you can get back in the fame again. Like, remember that the racetrack runner, Sha'Carri, the one that got kicked out the Olympics for smoking weed, and notice how 2 weeks ago she came out and said she was in a lesbian relationship, allegedly. Next thing you know, now she about to be in another race again. She about to be in a race against one of the fastest women in the world. She basically came out the closet. Now she back in graces and she about to be in a big race soon. I'm just showing you how certain things they do, as we already know, humiliation. They will do it to get some money. They don't care. So this nigga Bobbi Brown is a piece of shit, in my opinion. You know why? Because he said he knew for a fact his son was getting high. He just said he was getting high on recreational drugs. I didn't know he was doing harder drugs. Oh, yeah, my son did experiment with drugs sometime. Nigga talking both ways out his mouth. You knew your son was getting high, nigga. You ain't try to help him. And you probably got high with him, nigga. And then he also admitted. What he admitted was he got high around them. Bobbi Brown spoke about how he felt guilty for exposing his 2 children to alcohol and drugs. So he just told us that he knew for a fact he got high around them, probably got high with him. Once they was grown, he probably got high with him. Yeah. But the point is, he admitted it. He is admitting it, but he's talking 2 ways out his mouth. So that's why I say, when they say that Whitney turned out Bobbi, I don't believe that shit. That's a lie. That nigga made that live after she died to make it look like he the good guy. But just so happened, Bobbi Brown. Let's break it down. Bobbi Brown. Now, we're going to talk about Bobbi Brown. Your wife dead, your ex-wife dead, your child mother dead, you ain't protect her. The daughter y'all had, she dead, you ain't protect her. Bobbi Brown Jr., your son, he dead, you ain't protect him. So, nigga, what is you good for other than getting high and running around with New Edition? And back in the day, you thought you was that nigga. When dark-skinned niggas was in, you was the black Chris Brown back in the day. Look at you now, nigga. But you're selling out your family, right? Because you a piece of shit. Also, he can get TV shows and do interviews, and he uses family to get sympathy. You gotta remember, if you take away the death of his family, Bobbi Brown's whole story will be you just a junkie, nigga. You a nigga that would try to have a career. You try to go against New Edition. You got hooked on drugs, nigga. Then you started leeching off Whitney Houston for years, nigga. Yeah, you was leeching. We keep forgetting this man ain't had no fucking career after a certain amount. After the 80s, that nigga was done. The whole 90s, he was winging it off Whitney Houston. Until she died, he was still winging it off Whitney, man. Period. Nigga's a fucking fiend. And then he got the nerve to come out now and acting like he ain't know nothing about nothing that was going on when he sat here and told us he knew for a fact his kids was getting high because of him. He said his son was dealing with recreational drugs. He didn't know he was doing hard drugs. But then he turned around and said, yeah, my son would experiment with drugs here and there. Then you turn around and say, you know your daughter was in an abusive relationship with a man controlling her, and you knew it and you ain't do shit. So what kind of man is Bobbi Brown? See? That's my point. Only reason why I'm speaking on this because it's a lot of people just like him. But people keep having in this mind that everybody black is your damn brother when you got some people that are a piece of shit and you think because of a damn skin tone. No, nigga, we ain't peoples. You a piece of shit, Bobby Brown. And that's why I got to bring it back up because this nigga still going around to this day trying to get money off telling these stories about how he overcame drugs and this, that. He is trying to actually create a good guy persona now. Or did Bobby Brown actually have his hand in everybody in his family that passed away? Who knows? Did Bobby Brown sell out for clout? They say crackheads will do anything. They say fiends will do anything. And he outright admitted he used to get high around his kids. So is it a coincidence that Bobby Brown Jr. is dead? Bobby Christina dead? Whitney Houston dead? Is it a coincidence? I see a snake in that picture. I see the face of a demon. A junky ass demon. Who's to say he wasn't the one sent to fuck Whitney Houston life up? Who's to say? Who is to say that the elite didn't send him at her to fuck her whole life up? Because that's what they do. In certain situations, if it's the man they want to get at, they'll send a grimy ass woman at him. Who's to say this nigga wasn't sent to destroy Whitney Houston's whole legacy? Who's to say? Because that's what I'm looking at. That's my opinion. Nigga, who sent that nigga? All the men she messed with this nigga, and who sent him to her? Because he leached off her whole career. Then had the nerve after she died to say she got him hooked on drugs, and we was repeating that shit. Man, I even repeated that dumb shit. I'm taking that back. That's a lie, nigga. I played myself. That nigga Bobby Brown turned out Whitney, man. That was the original story. But he tried to remix it since she died and try to trick us. No, nigga, you did it. Just like you admitted you got high around your kids, nigga, because that's what junkies do, nigga. You's a junkie. Get it? That's what Bobby Brown is, a fucking junkie. And now he walks around with Louis Vuitton suits and nice items and material things and cashes out off his family with his lies. So I'm going to say it today. Fuck Bobby Brown. And I hope you see this video. He a piece of shit. And he represents a lot of niggas that are a piece of shit. And that's what it is. They'll do anything for some money. Because he don't want to just be regular and lay low. He ain't want to just make sure his kids were straight. No. He knew they was getting high. So he said it himself. He said out his own mouth. So that has to be clarified. This man, as of today, he has admitted to knowing his son got high. His son OD'd on drugs. He knew his daughter was in an abusive relationship. He admitted that. Also knew she was on drugs. He turned his head on that. And she's dead. And this nigga walks around shedding fake tears, acting like he's really concerned. Does that look like a man hurt coming out the funeral of his child? Or does he look like he's worried? Or does he look like he knows some foul things going on? You see that woman right there breaking down more than Bobby. And that ain't even their parent. That ain't even their mother. See that? I'll show you, man. This nigga's a piece of shit. Straight up. But his son was a victim of the overdose epidemic. His son died in 2020. Bobby Brown Jr. And like they say, the good die young, and it's always the piece of shits that still be living. Y'all ever noticed that? Some people felt like they should have took him instead of DMX. But we neither here nor there. Just showing you Bobby Brown is a wicked ass nigga, and his family was felt a victim of the wrath of the curse of Bobby Brown, the fucking walking black cloud, the piece of shit. Next story. I'm going to get back to that. Yellow Beezy. For those that don't know, some people know him. A lot of people in the South know him. A lot of people know about him. He's from Dallas, Texas. And we know Dallas, Texas has been in the news all week. Or should I say Texas alone has been in the news. But Yellow Beezy is back in jail over sexual assault charge from November 2021. He was charged with felony sexual assault, felony abandonment of a child, and carrying an unlawful weapon. The alleged victim claims she was raped on a date with Yellow Beezy. He is locked up on $1 million bond, and he does claim innocent. Now, this case is from November, but they locked him back up because they said basically he was let out on the wrong bond. They locked him back up. He also says in his defense, he got the child endangerment charge because when they came to lock him up, they just came and snatched him up, and that left the kids alone. That's what he's trying to say. But the woman says that he raped her on a date. Now, we also keep seeing the same pattern of rappers. Okay, if they're not getting them on criminal charges, what charges are they getting them on? Sexual assault. French Montana just paid out a sexual lawsuit. You see all these people, Trey Songz, Chris Brown. We heard Snoop Dogg. All of them keep getting these allegations of sexual. And I told y'all these rappers are targets. The word rapper does not mean go in the booth and drop some lyrics and drop some music. The word rapper is associated with criminal behavior now. This is the mockery they made of the rap game and rappers. So Yellow Beezy is locked up on $1 million bond. We also know Young Thug Gunna just got locked up. They all you know, they're from the South. They be in the same circles, but you see piece by piece, they're all getting locked up. And this is dealing with the shutdown of hip hop. Yellow Beezy is a big figure in Dallas, Texas. But my point is, we keep seeing these sexual charges, sexual indictments. We just seen the rapper Cash Out from the Florida, Georgia area. He got locked up for sex trafficking. We seen young Chopper City from Making of the Band. He locked up for pimping and pandering, pimping, sex trafficking. And a whole lot more rappers getting locked up for sexual acts. Because it's an attack on the rappers, in my opinion. It is an attack. Did we not see them shut down R&B? We also see them shut down rock and roll. Looks to me like now they're ready to shut down rap. Unless you're just going to be underground. But we neither here nor there. But Travis Scott could throw a concert, 9 people can die, and he still get more shows. And he don't go to jail. He don't get in no trouble. Because they pick and choose who's who and what's what. That's it. And I'm not going to spend too much time on Yellow Beezy because a lot of people don't even know who he is. But you knew his song. He had a hit song because he one of the one-hit wonders. That's on me, baby. That's his song. He a one-hit wonder, and now that nigga facing $1 million bond for sexual activity. All right? That's the end of Yellow Beezy. Now, we're gonna talk about some other things. How Snoop Dogg is a lying ass nigga. And he always lying. He's a fucking cap guard. Now, Snoop Dogg claims he went to see Tupac in a hospital. He fainted. Tupac has been dead for over 25 years now, damn near. Every year, they speak on a new Tupac story and they add sauce to it. They add something to it. They take something away. Every year, somebody capitalizes off a Tupac lie. A damn lie. Because whenever you want to lie, all you got to do, you want to start trending, if you got a name for yourself, you want to make a name, all you got to do is speak on Tupac. They all do the same shit. You want to make a name, you ain't got nothing to talk about Tupac or Big. So Snoop Dogg claims after Tupac got shot in Vegas, he went to the hospital and passed out. But for those that remember, Snoop Dogg was asked, was he going to Vegas? And he was like, no. We got to remember, Tupac was killed by Crips. And they said that Snoop Dogg, the 'Dogg Pound, none of them came to Vegas. we heard a lot of different stories about how Snoop said he was on the airplane with the knife in his hand and he thought it was Tupac and it was going to jump him. We heard all these stories. And a lot of us know for a fact before Pac died, he had beef with Snoop. He was not feeling Snoop at all. Because when they went to New York City and Snoop got on the radio and said, I don't got no smoke with the East Coast. I ain't got no problems with New York. Tupac wasn't feeling that because he was in the prime of him riding on New York. And Snoop Dogg took that time out to separate himself from Tupac. This happened in New York City the week later or a week before they were supposed to go to Vegas. So when Pac realized that Snoop was a bitch, and remember, we keep seeing recently how him and Puffy been cool the whole time. Recently, Snoop Dogg came out and said him and Puffy might do something, might do a Bad Boy Death Row collaboration. He just said that. We seen Snoop Dogg and Puffy on Steve Harvey shows. I'm showing you the Snoop Dogg Puff connection. Snoop Dogg comes to New York with Tupac Death Row the week before Pac died. He gets on the radio and said he don't have no smoke with New York City at all. No beef. And guess what? Snoop Dogg has a right to his opinion and he has a right to feel that way. Yes, he could have been trying to be a bigger man and didn't want the beef to escalate, or the nigga could have knew something that none of us ain't know. Because the next week when it was time to go to Vegas, Snoop Dogg make sure his ass ain't go. Or the dog pound. And he had smoke with Pac before he died. So yeah, when Pac was in that hospital for them days, 6 days or whatever, 6, 7 days, y'all know the theory. When he was already couldn't talk, couldn't barely breathe on his own, Snoop Dogg went to see him in the hospital. Allegedly. I even heard stories. Some people said Snoop Dogg went to the hospital and got Tupac up out of there. I heard that story too. They said Snoop Dogg was the one that went in there and got that man out of here. Now, I ain't gonna go that far. I ain't gonna say I believe that, but I heard that rumor too. They said Snoop Dogg went to the hospital and next thing you know, Pac died after that. But we ain't going there. But Snoop Dogg now, he tells the story of how he went to see Tupac and he passed out and fainted. And I'm showing you the pattern how these niggas always lie and make up stuff. Born Majestic, what's good? I'm showing you how they always make up stuff and lie. And like I said, it's niggas like Snoop Dogg that's still around, but Pac gone. Y'all ain't noticed the pattern? The one that was the so-called realists, they be gone. The ones that had the good hearts, the ones that really had love for their people, they be gone. And then the other ones be around. The bitches in I'm talking about the bitch ass niggas and the weird suspect, spineless ones, they always be around to tell a bogus ass story. Y'all ain't noticed that yet? It's the same pattern. Everybody got a Suge Knight story when the nigga locked up. Nigga was living, everybody was in the church. Or should I say, when Suge Knight was out, everybody was in church. Now he locked up with all this time. Everybody got something to say about Suge. I'm showing you the behavior of cowards. That's what they do. But Snoop Dogg claims he went to see Tupac on his deathbed and he fainted at the hospital. I've never in my life heard this story. Outlaws done told their story. People that was there on the front line told their story. Nobody ever said Snoop Dogg fainted when he seen this man. And you keep forgetting to stress the fact, Snoop Dogg, that before Pac died, he did not fuck with you. He was not feeling you at all. Because you was looked at as signing with the ops and you wasn't sticking by Tupac when shit got real. And that's why when everybody died, you was still on death row like a sucker and Master P had to come bail your punk ass out. Because Snoop Dogg was scary the whole time. That's my opinion. Now this nigga lying, talking about he fainted at the hospital. I'm showing you how these niggas lie. He's another nigga, 50-something years old. Nigga, all you do is still promote smoking weed. Nigga been promoting smoking weed since I was a fucking teenager. Nigga still promoting getting high, Corona commercials, lying, looking like auntie. I'm tired of them niggas. I'm tired of all them niggas from the 90s. But Snoop Dogg is another lying ass nigga. Whenever he want to trend, all he got to do is tell a bogus Tupac story. And it works every time. Because nobody questions Snoop Dogg. And you notice something else, nobody don't put that nigga on a hot seat. It is what it is. I ain't gonna waste time on Snoop Dogg neither. These niggas are clowns. But this nigga say he went to the hospital and fainted when he seen Tupac about to die, basically. Knowing the whole time that man hated your guts. And you just went in there to see him on his deathbed to make you look good, nigga. That's it. Because if you was rocking with Pac like that, guess what? Snoop, you and all your peoples would have went to Vegas with Tupac, and y'all have been holding that nigga down, or you would have squashed the beef with Lando Anderson and them. Y'all the Crips, right? Y'all would have tried to squash that beef. No, you ain't try to squash that beef with Baby Land and them. No, you stayed out the way. Snoop, that's what you did. You stayed out the way. You knew the beef was lit, and you ain't want to be around Death Row. That's what happened, nigga. That's my opinion. It's clear as day. You the big loke. You run with the Crips. But now your man, Pop, allegedly got beef with the Crips, so you ain't try to squash it. You ain't do nothing. You ain't ride with him. You wasn't even in Vegas, nigga. Or you might have been in Vegas, but you wasn't out there with Death Row. You get it? But my point is, you know that man wasn't fucking with you. Tupac was not fucking with Snoop Dogg before he died. You want to see him on his deathbed, and then you're going to sit here and live 2022, the remix edition, and say you fainted when you seen Pop. And then you already still keep telling stories of fake-ass love. I'm showing you how all these niggas sold out. That's it. So the hell with Snoop Dogg, too. It is what it is. Snoop Dogg ain't never did nothing for nobody. All he did was show all of us how to get high. That's it. Even your kids know about Snoop Dogg getting high. 30 years later, he represents the nigga, the high nigga that smoke blunts till he fucking dead. That's his job, all right? And shit, some of us, we gonna smoke weed till we die too, but my point is we don't go around promoting that shit. He gets paid to promote. Man, when I seen Snoop Dogg on Sesame Street, a nigga that promotes getting high, when I see them on Sesame Street, I already know what time it was, man. He is the idol for people that get high. He is the one they use to inspire your kids to get high. But we neither here nor there, man. Speaking of kids getting high. Bang. Now, a woman down in Memphis, if I'm not mistaken, right? A woman was pulled over near a school zone. She is facing time after being pulled over. Police found Fruit Loop edibles with suspicious tags on her car. They found a gun in her purse, and she had a 2-year-old child in the back seat. She had edibles, Fruit Loops, soaked in alleged THC oil around a school zone. Was she about to make a play to some kids? They also said she had a pan of Fruit Loops soaked in THC oil, soaking. She had some bagged up. She had some still soaking. And I'm going to tell you about some of this THC oil. Some of this THC oil is laced with fentanyl. Some of this THC oil comes from the dark web, and it is laced with fentanyl. Did you not hear some people dying over taking edibles? Did you not hear that? Did you not hear about some people taking edibles and tripping out? Well, guess what? Real edibles don't make you trip out. Real edibles don't make you OD. There's no way possible you can OD from THC. But what some people don't understand is some of this stuff, this THC oil, some of these fake ass products are laced with fentanyl to make you feel high and woozy. And this lady had the gummies soaking in it. But my point is this. I'm speaking to the parents. You better not be acting like you stupid out here, and you better start having talk with your children. Because you got to understand the way they're promoting these drugs, they're making it look marketable to children, so it's acceptable. It looks cute. It looks pretty. It looks nice. That's why they package it like that. That's why they use the gummies. Those so they will appeal to kids. And in some situations, it's already been reported that some parents have been laying the edibles around the house, leaving them, dropping them on the floor, and the kids pick up the edibles, bite it, and die. This is what's going on. Fake ass drugs. Because people cannot make money. So they're getting desperate. So when you see a mother with her 2-year-old in the back and she got a car full of laced ass gummy Fruit Loops and weed in a school zone, obviously she's trying to make some money off the kids that don't know no better. Because remember, that's how they did it back in the day. They capitalized off turning kids out at school. Because they know grown-ups are too smart for certain things. But my point is, as you can see, they was packaged and ready to go to some young kids. It's right in your face. Can't you see how simple that is? And that's how you can have the most innocentest child, the sweetest child in the world. And all it takes for one child to say, you want a gummy bear? You want a Fruit Loop? And your child gets turned out, or your child can pass out. But this stuff is marketed and promoted to children. Adults indulge in it too, but I'm trying to tell you, the marketing scheme is for kids. Kids got cell phones now. So it's nothing for a kid to be at school and call up the dope man to pull up. Who's to say this woman right here wasn't called to pull up? And she tried to go to that school zone, but due to the fact she had bogus tags, she got pulled over and was trapping with her 2-year-old in the car. And they said she had a pan. That pan you see right there was with a whole bunch of Fruit Loops soaking in it with the one she had bagged up in THC oil. And where the hell she get the THC oil from? And guess what? If you think all that oil is THC, you're sadly mistaken and you're stupid. Because they have to put powerful fentanyl, a synthetic drug, so it gives everything a kick they put it in. So they just found ways to take the fentanyl and put in other things to get you high. And that's why I'm speaking on this pattern, because this applies to the overdose epidemic. And we got proof that a woman was trying to sell this to kids. And you just make sure your kid don't be a junkie by the summer recess and they don't get turned out over the summer. I don't care how good you think your child is. You better start G-checking their ass. You better start inspecting their ass and start paying attention. And if you see they might be getting high, you might got to slap fire out their face, allegedly. I'm not promoting child abuse. I'm just saying. It's called knocking sense into them, like you was taught. Because this right here is serious. Anytime a woman got a child in the back, riding around with all these drugs in the school zone, what does that mean? That means she's so desperate to make money, she don't care who she sell that drug to. So if I want to sell a drug that a grown-up don't want, because she might try to sell me some gummy bears, I'm like, I'm good. I don't want none of that. I'm good. That's that bull. That's that lace shit. But a kid, they'll buy that whole pack and steal some money from their parent to get that pack. And then they be at school getting high. They all gonna take a gummy, be in school trippy. Same way some of us, we went to school, we used to smoke them big blunts. Cut school to smoke that blunt and listen to Snoop Dogg. Yeah. So when I see this, I just know people getting desperate. And that's why I'm going to get back into this fentanyl, because I told you I'm going to talk about this overdose epidemic every day. I'm going to talk about this drug behavior that's picking up. Now, also, a Florida man sold fentanyl-laced pills on the dark web. Another dumbass nigga. The dark web is the police. When you niggas going to understand that? I have to pause again. I have to refresh your memory one more time. In the Tekashi 6ix9ine case, where he snitched on everybody, the man that was with him doing a lot of police work was CEO Chris. He was an undercover agent. He admitted on the stand how he would re-up his drugs, his fentanyl, from the dark web. He would get the fentanyl, cut it with the heroin, and distribute it throughout the East Coast. But he admitted on the stand he got it from the dark web, because if you don't have street ties, you go to the dark web. My point is this, fuck all that. The dark web is the police. There's no such thing as a damn dark web. The dark web is just where all the dark shit take place at. The dark web is where you can find all the underground stuff at. You can't find on the regular internet. It's the same shit for you stupid asses out there. But a Florida man was selling pills laced with fentanyl on the dark web. And he thought he was secure messaging. He had a whole nother app that, you know, he thought he was doing messaging that couldn't be traced. Unknowingly, this dumb individual was doing business with an undercover FBI agent the whole time. And now he's facing 20 years. He was trying to sell drugs on the internet like a jackass. And the whole time he was selling drugs to an FBI agent. The same way a lot of scammers were going to the dark web to get those cards, to get those numbers, the same way they ass all got indicted and got caught. Because the FBI is the one who gave you all them fucking numbers. You niggas still think the dark web is pure. You fucking stupid. Anyway, my point is, this man from Florida was getting laced fentanyl pills online, trying to sell them. The only thing is, his stupid ass sold to an undercover FBI agent. I'm showing you how a lot of people getting drugs off a line that are laced, trying to be drug dealers. Anybody tries to sell drugs nowadays because rappers made it popping to be trapping and getting money. When there was a time when your punk ass wasn't built for the street, you would not think about selling drugs because you knew your ass was going to get killed if you stepped on the wrong block. But since rap and hip hop made selling drugs a fad, everybody woke up and wanted to be a drug dealer or felt like they can get some street money. So now what you're seeing is a lot of dumbass criminals that don't know shit about the street getting caught. Reeing up on the internet. Trying to sell drugs in school zones. Stupid people. But guess what? Stupid is and stupid does, and that's the time we in. We in a time of stupid ass individuals. All right? Look at all these drugs and just look at what this woman had in her car with a 2-year-old baby riding around the school. Is that not stupidity? Was she high on her own supply? I'm pretty sure she was. And that's why I'm gonna get into the next topic of a woman that was brave and she was a G. And she killed this nigga right here. Because you got some women, they about that business. Now, check this out. Now, this right here happened in West Virginia. See, people ain't think stuff happened in West Virginia and all that, right? Yeah. A lot of people don't know. It's certain parts of America that's popping, is lit. I'm not talking about Virginia. I'm talking about West Virginia. Yeah. The part you thought was real country and stupid, whatever. All right. Anyway, a woman killed a gunman at a party. Watch this story. I'm going to get into it. Watch, I'm going to break it down for you. Check this out. A woman killed the gunman at a party, 37 years old. This nigga right here named Dennis Butler. He was found with multiple gunshot wounds. Now, check out the story. Check it out. This woman was a G. This man was approached about speeding that day. You see, the children were playing outside of the apartment complex earlier that day. The kids were outside playing, and the people in the neighborhood checked him about his speeding through the neighborhood. Like, basically, what's wrong with you? You coming through here speeding. Don't you see these kids out here? Basically, that's how they checked him. They say this man left and came back. They say he left, came back, parked his vehicle. And he parked his vehicle, hopped out the car, and started firing an AR-15 rifle at the people. Now, mind you, when he came back later, the people was attending a party. The party was a graduation party because people, you know, the kids had just graduated. It was a graduation party. You know, this happened 10 o'clock at night, the party. He comes back to the party to shoot up the party. Now, he jumps out the car strapped with the AR-15. And they said he just started whamming at everybody. But just so happened, it was a female bystander at the party, and she quickly pulled out her gun and fired on his ass. And she fatally injured him, and she killed that nigga. The man you see right here, yeah, a female clipped his ass. And he had an AR-15. And I always tell people, it's one thing when you shooting at somebody, but it's different when you got a gun and somebody shooting back at you. That's the part niggas don't understand. Don't matter if you got a chopper. It don't matter if you got a 100-round drum. It don't matter. Because he had an AR-15. He thought he was going to pull up and shoot the party up. Yeah, spin the block, pull up. That's what he tried to do. And a girl clipped his ass. And she is a hero. Because he tried to shoot up a party with a bunch of teenagers. So I'm showing you, you see the pattern? This nigga was about to be a mass shooter. He was about to be a mass shooter, shooting up a bunch of teenagers at a party, all because he got checked about him speeding earlier. He want to pull up and come back with his gun because he felt a certain way. And he was about to be a mass shooter. That's why he came back with an AR-15 that hold a lot of bullets in the clip. And they said that instead of running from the threat, this woman engaged in the threat. And she saved several lives. And she also got praise from the lieutenant. And it's the whole thing. If this woman would have ran, that man would have shot up everybody. So let's rewind a little bit. We had the conversation about these mass shootings. How everybody's always so scared. Everybody's in fear. People are still crying. I'm not talking about the Texas one. I'm talking about Buff, all that before. I'm not talking about none of that. I'm just saying this could have been another mass shooting, but a female unloaded the clip and dropped his ass. I spoke about the gunman that came in the church in California. They jumped his ass, took his gun and tied his ass up. So my point is, everybody ain't scared. Everybody ain't running. So the woman is a hero for clipping his stupid ass because he tried to do another mass shooting in a parking lot on some kids that just graduated. And shorty pulled out her gun, and I'm pretty sure she went to that range and she dropped his dumb ass. Him and his AR-15. What's popping, Pete? Grown man talking here. We cooking this morning. Now, like I said, this man tried to shoot up a bunch of kids. And the woman backed out and clapped his ass and dropped his ass. And she's being praised as a hero. And guess what? They saying if she did not drop him, that would have been another mass shooting the other day. So what it show you? Some people gonna fold and some people not. Some people gonna fight and some people gonna just fold, run and cry and complain. But I'm trying to tell you, man, everything ain't about race. And some of this is just about evil people, wicked people. Some people going for it, some people ain't. Some things, yeah, it is about race. So what we gonna say about this nigga that came back with an AR-15 and was about to shoot up a whole party, kids graduated? What we gonna say about this nigga? See, we gotta stop being hypocrites and talking both ways and being stupid. Because you keep thinking everybody black your brother and everybody white is your enemy. See that? No. All you got to do is look at your real life. This the low down dirty talk nobody want to talk about. And I don't care if niggas get mad because niggas be in their feelings. Throughout your whole life, how many people actually did you dirty? The people that did you dirty, the most foul, what color was they? But niggas don't want to say that. That's why I say I deal with people individually. Yes, I know about racism. I don't hang around racist people. If a racist person says something to me crazy, I'm going to violate them. But I'm not a damn fool to think everybody is white is racist. I'm not a fool to think everybody black is my brother. That's stupidity. You got wicked, you got good. Those are the two races. This nigga is a demon. This nigga got mad because he got checked and want to pull back up and spin the block with an AR-15 like he's a gangster and shoot up his own people. But it took a female to drop his ass. A female. Because it's some woman out here that's solid and some niggas are bitches. This man right here, he was a bitch, and the woman that dropped him was a gangster. That's how it worked. See? I don't play the gender games neither. I give women credit where it's due. I give men credit where it's due. I bash men. I bash everybody. I bash myself. I don't care. I'm going to keep it real. That's what I do. But y'all don't want to, everybody don't want to keep it real. They want to pick and choose. Niggas are the masters of pick and choosing. That's why you went to school your whole life, nigga. You did multiple choice because you could pick and choose. Answer right in your face. You multiple choice everything. You still grown, multiple choice and everything, picking and choosing what's this and what's that. Niggas don't want to keep it real. Sometimes it's all the above. Sometimes it's none of the above. Don't you understand that? Nigga ain't my brother. You care about that nigga. A nigga's an ignorant person. That's what he is. Because guess what? If he would have shot up that party, what we'd have been saying? We'd have been crying again. Man, that's messed up. Another mass shooting. No, this woman is a hero, and she clipped his ass and dropped him with his gun. So I told you, you can shoot all day, but when somebody's shooting back at your ass with accuracy, nigga, your ass out of here. Because that gun don't protect that head. You get it? That gun don't protect that chest. Same way we heard about yesterday, I forgot to touch on how they said they got the bulletproof backpacks. They're trying to capitalize on bulletproof backpacks. But what is a bulletproof backpack going to do with somebody aiming at your head and your chest? Duh. It's just another way to make some money. It's my opinion. But this man got his ass dropped, all right? So we can celebrate that. Female dropped his stupid ass. Good for him. What up, Wax? I see you sliding here. Next, we're going to get into some more things of people doing crackhead crimes in the last day. And it ain't going to stop because it's getting hard out here. And people want to do anything instead of get them a legal gig, a legal biggle, a legitimate job. Yeah, I know a job sound lame. I know it sound whack. But I told you, stupid niggas, this ain't back in the day. This ain't back in the day when you could ride around and sell drugs all day. No, you got to get clean money now. Get it through your fucking head. But I'm going to show you again how these three individuals, dumb, dumber, and the dumbest, they was going on a spree of stealing. And they stupid ass from Brooklyn got caught in Connecticut. Now, these three from Brooklyn are accused of organized retail theft. And they are facing larceny charges. But check it out. You're going to watch when I tell you what they were stealing. An officer in plain clothes reported suspicious activity in the parking lot. In the parking lot of a CVS drugstore, for those that don't know. Because I know CVS is not everywhere, but you know CVS is like Rite Aid, it's like Walgreens. CVS is a national drugstore in certain places, all right? They was going to steal out of a drugstore. Keep that in mind. Meanwhile, the police in plain clothes was peeping their stupid ass out in the parking lot. The suspects walked into the CVS with big bags. They left the store with the bags filled up, hopped in a running vehicle, tried to speed off. Police pulled their stupid ass over, and they were found with 235 stolen items worth $7,800. So let's break this down. For those that don't know, for those who are green, if you didn't know, stealing out the drugstore is considered junkie, crackhead, dopehead crimes. Stealing out of the drugstore, all right? This has been trending in America too. It started in California. The junkies out there been going into the CVS, all the drugstores, taking everything off the shelf, walking out. They started in Cali about a year ago. Now it's going on all over America. Some of us know in certain places, certain hoods, they actually have some of the products locked up. But these clowns from Brooklyn, because they clowns, went all the way to Connecticut to mass shoplift out of a fucking drugstore. Mind you, not a designer store, not Macy's, not Nordstrom's, not Fifth Ass Saks, nothing high level, no. Not a jewelry store. They went in a fucking CVS drugstore to steal a whole bunch of products. So basically, in my mind, they wanted to steal a bunch of soap, body wash, deodorant, probably vaginal products, stuff like that. They stole a lot of petty stuff, but it made it a grand larceny because they stole 235 items for $7,800. So now they got to steal all that and try to sell it on the street. Low-level crimes. 3 grown-ups. She 26, the one with the blonde hair 26, the other two 37. Look at the crimes that the people are committing right now. Oh, but you just thought that hang in front of the store, you thought the crackhead in your neighborhood or that junkie, you thought they're the only one that steal out of drugstores. No. So how far was they gonna get or stealing drugstore products? Because remember, okay, you might get that lick, you might come off. Guess what? Now you gotta do it again. Now you gotta do it again. Now you gotta do it again. You're just gonna keep on doing it. And it's another thing where they stupid. Because when you doing criminal activity, that stupid ass blonde hair automatically gonna make her hot soon as a stupid ass walk in the store. That alone makes them hot and draw attention. So when the police officer with plain clothes say he noticed them, the first thing he could have noticed was that black girl with that blonde hair. And then he seen them with big bags. And he waited for their stupid ass to go in the store and run out and hop in the car. Niggas are out here stealing products. What they were stealing? Baby powder? Diapers? They Infamil. They probably stealing milk. Either way, those are junkie crimes. Low level shit. You know why? Because that shit ain't gonna pay no real bills. You can't do nothing with that money for real. You gotta keep stealing. But I told you, niggas do anything instead of just getting a fucking job or a hustle or business. No, they don't want to do that. Mind you, it's not cool to work in fast food, but it's cool to go to jail and eat jail food. That's cool. See? It's not cool to work in a fast food spot, but it's cool to go to jail and beg for commissary and eat honey buns all day and oodles and noodles. That's cool. Showing you how niggas are taught backwards, niggas are stupid. And a nigga's an ignorant person. Get this through your head. Some of y'all need to get it through your head. You're gonna have to be legit. It's not gonna work. Can't you see? They cut off your drug supply. They made it where you can't sell your ass no more. Back page shut down. You can't prostitute. Nigga, you can't be a drug dealer. You try to pimp, nigga, you're gonna get locked up for sex trafficking. You're gonna get life, nigga. They done shut down all your hustles. Now niggas are stealing out of drugstores. So I'm showing you the reduction of niggas. I'm showing you how people are getting lower and lower and lower. And guess what? They are just becoming statistics in the pandemic and they are failing at life. Actually, they're taking a bait. So I'm going to show you they got a 3-for-1. 3 people stealing out of one damn store has almost $8,000 worth of fucking products. Deodorant, toothpaste, shit like that. They didn't even have a heart to go in a real store and get some real material. You feel me? You got people that went into stores and stole 80 bags of designer bags, snatched 80 off the rack. I'm not promoting that. I'm just saying they thought because they went in the drugstore it was going to be easy. But really, to me, that was the thinking of a fiend. And it probably was that dumbass nigga that thought of the plan. Or maybe that other older chick. Who knows? Either way, they all stupid. 26 and 237. 3 bums get caught stealing. Now their ass got grand larceny charges. Locked their ass up. I'm saying they locked their ass up in Connecticut. That's where they ass at. But they from Brooklyn. So they went all the way up there in the car to do this stupid shit to get caught. Dumb shit. Showing you how low the people have fallen. Niggas are falling. That's all I'm saying. Get back to this. Back to the top. For those that just pulled up. Oh, also now, I got some more stuff to talk about. A vessel, which is a ship, a little boat, carrying more than 800 Haitian immigrants. They was trying to come to the U.S., but they ended up in Cuba. And this is a grimy story right here. This is very, very grimy. They got done very dirty. Now, they thought they was about to leave Haiti and come to America, right? It was 842 of these immigrants. The captain of the ship that was smuggling them, he perpetrated a fraud and took them to Cuba instead. Now, what happened was also they said that people was very hungry because he left them on an island. They said some people were so hungry that they actually killed themselves. Jumped overboard. But long story short, the man that took them, the captain, or the organization that had them leaving Haiti, they charged, mind you, 842 people. They charged them $4,000 a piece. $4,000 a piece to come to the U.S. But what they did instead was took their ass to Cuba, took all their phones, and then the captain hopped on a smaller ship and took his ass back to Haiti and left their ass. Because they understand that the borders are tightened, and he know goddamn well he was not going to be able to get them into America like that. So he finessed them. 842 people, took $4,000 from each one, took all their cell phones, and left their ass in Cuba, and that was that. Grimy shit. He did his own people dirty. They thought they was coming to America to live the American dream. These people actually scraped up $4,000. They said, well, women, men, and children. So it just shows you how they sold them people false hope, got them on that boat. Nigga said, we about to go to America. He made a quick left and turned up in Cuba. So took their money and took all their cell phones and left their ass. He hopped on a smaller ship and left them. And they said some of the people were starving and doing so bad, they actually took themselves out. They said like 15 people killed themselves out of the 842. This is some of the things going on. That man sold them Haitian people dreams. They thought they was coming to live the U.S. They thought they was coming to get that American dream, but we see what happened. That means the American dream is a drug you can sell anywhere. Took $4,000, took their bread, took all their cell phone, left their ass on a whole nother island. Left them in Cuba. So them people, they out back right now. They done. You know what I'm saying? They ain't got no money. They don't have nothing. So this was going on because they were probably unaware that it was going to be hard to get into America on a boat anyway. They on top of everything. And some of that will be considered as human trafficking. So that's what happened to 842 Haitian people. They got left they got left in Cuba, man. They were supposed to come to the U.S. They got left in Cuba. The man took their money, took everything from them, and left them. It's foul. Pone, what up, Pone? Yeah, man. Also, I know y'all saw that story that was trending yesterday of the man with 33 kids and 20 baby mamas. Nigga thought that was cool. Nigga, that might be 20 broken homes. Yeah, you got 33 kids, nigga. You might take care of all of them. But ain't no way in hell you could be a father to all them damn kids. But I told y'all, man, we come from a generation. Some of us come from an era where we actually thought having kids made us a man. Some of us thought the more kids we had, that's the more of a man we is or were. And then some niggas just had a lot of kids for survival to leech off all their baby mothers. Because when you got 20 baby mothers and you ask each one of them for $100, you might have $2,000. Anyway, nigga had 33 kids with 20 baby mothers, and they was cooking his ass online. You just showed that nigga you ain't never believe in condoms, nigga. It just shows you, man, these niggas are sick. Told you some sick niggas out here. And we're gonna get back to Bobby Brown ass because I ain't done with this nigga. The curse of Bobby Brown is very real, right? Some niggas are cursed. I told you, man, people that's cursed, you stay away from them. The curse of Bobby Brown is real. Now look, now Bobby Brown is Bobby Brown. In the recent day, Bobby Brown walks around with the Louis Vuitton, the designer. He's back in good graces amongst the elite, touring with New Edition, getting to sit on couches, telling his story. But the number one thing Bobby Brown is doing, he is exploiting his family, and he's trying to make himself the good guy. And he's not taking no accountability for the piece of shit, or should I say, the half a man he is, the weak ass man he actually is in life. And I'm going to get into it again for those that missed it. Now, like I said earlier, if you notice, since Whitney Houston been dead, they put out the rumor, Bobby Brown behind the rumor of what? Bobby Brown didn't get Whitney Houston hooked on drugs. Whitney got Bobby hooked on drugs. And we know that's a fucking lie. Because this man was getting high before they even got together. Look at him right there. The nigga is high out of his mind. That ain't just weed. He got a crackhead sweat. Nigga sitting still sweating. He still got the lock jaw from the crack pipe. That ain't my point. My point is Bobby Brown is a lying ass nigga. And since Whitney been dead, he's the one that started that rumor lying on her, talking about she got him hooked. No, nigga, it was you. You ain't want to live in that guilt. Bobby Brown's son died 2020, Bobby Brown Jr. Some of this went over, some I had in the pandemic. Some of y'all remember, some don't, some didn't even know about it. Bobby Brown Jr. died from an overdose in 2020 of alcohol, cocaine, fentanyl. And those are some of the drugs that was said he was taking. Bobby Christina died in 2015 from a deadly cocktail of drugs. But the point of the matter is Bobby Brown said, this lying ass nigga, this piece of shit, said out his mouth, he was unaware of his son using drugs. He was unaware. Then the nigga said he admits he knew his son did recreational drugs. Then he said he wasn't aware of his son trying other hard drugs. Then the nigga said it was a shock to him. So we are seeing a crackhead talking out two sides of his mouth. Which one is it, Bobby? First, you said you was unaware of your son drug use. Then you admitted your son did recreational drugs. I'm gonna ask you again, what the hell is recreational drugs? I know some people try to say that's weed. Some people say that's cocaine. I don't know, nigga. You got to be specific. Because you said you were unaware of your son drug use. Then you said you knew he did recreational drugs. Then you try to remix it and you try to flip it and say, you wasn't aware he was trying harder drugs. But like I said earlier, you always told that weed is a gateway drug. Not for everybody. Let me clarify it. I have to always clarify when I say weed is a gateway drug. No, it ain't. I know it's not for strong-minded people, but for some people that get tired of just smoking blunts all the time, some people that don't get high weed no more, sometimes they start trying other drugs. Or sometimes situations in life stress them out more and they want harder drugs, all right? But anybody that gets high, I don't care who they are, if they do hard drugs, anybody that do fucking hard drugs, all you got to do is ask them what's the first drug they did. They're all going to tell you the first thing they did was weed. So weed is considered a gateway drug. It's just that some people don't take it to the next level. But you heard levels to this shit? You heard levels? Well, a person that's a junkie or retired junkie or whatever, all you got to do is ask them what was the first drug they did. They're going to tell you it was fucking weed. But anyway, this nigga said he did not know his son was dealing with harder drugs. He knew he was doing recreational drugs. That still ain't the point. Because see, he feeling guilty. He don't want to take the blame for you was the junkie that inspired your children to get high, nigga. You was the one getting high around your family, nigga. And when they got grown, Bobby, you probably was getting high with them when they was grown, nigga. That's why you feel guilty. We know as parents that smoke blunts with their kids. We know as parents that drink with their kids. Yeah, we understand that. But Bobby, you probably was getting high. You probably knew your son was getting high on coke, nigga. You might have did something with him, allegedly. But that ain't my point. He said it was a shock to him. Now, Bobby spoke about the guilt he feels for exposing his children to alcohol and drugs. Once again, Bobby Brown just admitted it. He just admitted out his fucking mouth. He recently did an interview with People magazine. So I'm going to show you how a nigga could contradict himself so many times and tell the truth on himself at the same time. It's called a snake. He said he feels guilty for exposing his two children to alcohol and drugs. So how you going to just sit here and say you didn't know your kid did drugs, you lying ass nigga? And you didn't say to alcohol and weed, you said alcohol and drugs, nigga. You did that, nigga. You. And my point of why I'm bringing it up is because to this day, Bobby Brown is still exploiting the story. He uses his kid's death. He uses his wife's death for sympathy. So people say, oh, Bobby Brown, he's a good man. We feel sorry for Bobby. But meanwhile, Bobby's still getting to them checks. He's still getting deals. He's still touring. And every chance he get, he tell a story of his dead, deceased family members. Now, is it a coincidence that his baby mother's dead? The child they had is dead. His junior is dead. Is that a coincidence? Maybe it is. But this nigga just outright admitted he was getting high in front of his whole damn family. Then gonna turn around and say he ain't know they got high. And this the other charge I'm holding against this dumbass nigga. Bobby Brown said out his own mouth that his daughter, Bobbi Christina, was stuck in an abusive relationship with a man that basically controlled her life and gave her those drugs. Once again, Bobby Brown has told on himself. He said he knew his daughter was in an abusive relationship and she was being controlled. Now, I'm going to ask my men that's listening. I'm going to ask people that's listening that got common sense. How many people that know their daughter is being abused in an abusive relationship? You know this man is beating on her, controlling her, taking her money. You her father, you know all this happening, you ain't going to say or do nothing. Well, that's exactly what Bobby Brown just said out of his own mouth. He knew what was going on with his daughter, and he did nothing. And you got to remember, all of this happened after Whitney Houston died. So when Whitney Houston died, he did not step up to the plate and extra protect his daughter. Now, it's a gray area there, and this is for my conspiracy theorists. Some people say that Bobbi Christina, had the power of Whitney Houston's money, had power over the estate, and a lot of things were going to get passed down to her. And some people felt like she had to go. And some people felt like her boyfriend was the one sent to infiltrate on Bobbi Christina to do exactly what he did. The same way I said earlier, in my opinion, Bobby Brown was the one sent to fuck up Whitney Houston's life. Because I said earlier how his career was already fucked up when he met her. His career was already in the gutter. Bobby Brown was the man in the 80s. His whole success story was he was Whitney Houston's husband when she was on top of her game and still making hit records. He was leeching off of her to the day she died. But my point is, you did not protect your child. And you admitted you was getting high around them, nigga. You ain't do nothing to stop them. You ain't try to put them in rehab. You couldn't do nothing for them, period, because you was still getting high too, nigga. But he outright admit that he knew his daughter was being controlled and abused. So, Bobby Brown, did you have something to do with your daughter, Bobbi Christina, death? Did you know something, nigga? Did you send this man? Did you sick this man on your daughter? I don't know. You Hollywood people, y'all do anything. I don't trust nothing y'all do. And it's my opinion. It ain't facts. I'm just saying. Bobby Brown, did you send this man? Did you know for a fact this man was sent to infiltrate on your daughter and get her hooked on drugs, nigga? So niggas can get that bag that Whitney left behind? And the only reason why I'm saying that now, y'all, is because Bobby Brown is using the death of his kids for sympathy. He's using the death of his kids as a marketing plan. I'm talking about Bobby Brown. I'm talking about Bobby Brown now. I'm talking about this junkie ass nigga. I'm not talking about when your child dies, you're not supposed to keep their legacy going. I'm not talking nothing about that. I'm talking about a piece of shit nigga that probably turned her out, his baby mother, his wife, probably turned out his kids or exposed them to it. And then this nigga at the funeral, you see people breaking down more than him. So what does that mean, y'all? It's people breaking down at the funeral more than him. Look at him. He looking like he high right there. Like it's nothing. Looks to me like a guilty man. Look like a man of guilt to me. Nigga look guilty. Like he knows something. And this was Bobbi Christina's funeral. This is my opinion. This is all speculation. This ain't about nothing. I'm just saying, I'm just exposing Bobby Brown right now because it's the curse of Bobby Brown. That nigga's curse. How do you have 3 people that was affiliated with you, family, dead, and now you're walking around, you getting all these opportunities now. You getting all this money. Nigga Bobby Brown walking around with Louis Vuitton suits and all of that. You know how much that suit costs? You see he had the BET deal. Nigga on tour with New Edition. Bobby Brown getting that money. So let's ask the question. The nigga career died in the 80s. He leached off Whitney in the 2000s. Now all of a sudden he's back popping again because now he's telling all the stories. He's the last man standing to tell all the stories, lying his ass off. And once again, we're going to change that narrative because we know recently they tried to say that, you know, Whitney hooked Bobby. I repeated that dumb shit. I don't believe that shit. Bobby, you hooked Whitney. It was you, nigga. Everybody around you got turned out, nigga, because you was a damn junkie. Period. He's a weak ass nigga. All you was doing is leeching off your wife and getting high, nigga, in the house. That's it. That's why you like a crackhead right here, nigga. And he look like a damn cokehead right here. But nowadays, when you throw in a Louis Vuitton suit, he looks like a mature older man now. He cleaned up his ways. He's a good man now. See that? But the nigga lives in guilt, and he said it in his own mouth. He said he feels guilty for exposing his children to alcohol and drugs. Well, damn, nigga, all of them dead, you still here. But that's how it happened. Don't the crackheads always outlive everybody? And I said earlier, this is no disrespect to the people that used to get high. They cleaned their life up. This is not disrespect to nobody. But I'm disrespecting Bobby Brown right now because he's a piece of shit. And he's capitalizing off the death of his family members and admitting that they got high because of him. He admitted it. After the same time saying he didn't know. 1 minute he didn't know, 1 minute he know, then he admit said he do. That's why I said the nigga still be high. In my opinion, you still get high, nigga, because you talking all over the place, Bobby Brown, and Bobby Brown is a piece of shit. And he's a dark cloud, and this is the curse of Bobby Brown. And it's niggas on the planet like Bobby Brown, you don't fuck with them. This nigga, wife dead, 2 kids dead. Not only, just think about that. Not only is your baby mother dead, y'all firstborn is dead. So it looked to me like everything Bobby Brown touched turned to shit, if you ask me. New Edition broke up because of this nigga. Why you think Johnny Gill had to come and play? Because of this nigga. He was the one that wanted to leave and try to be the man. He was a Chris Brown in his day. He was the burnt Chris Brown in his day. Everything Chris Brown doing now, Bobby Brown was doing the same shit. Dancing, singing, being a so-called bad guy, allegedly the bad guy, the tough guy that was an R&B singer. That was his whole role. Same thing Chris Brown do to this day. But you'll see ever since Bobby Brown's career hit doo-doo, he just been around a lot of shenanigans. And that's why I say the curse of Bobby Brown. He the last man standing. And some people feel like I said earlier, why that nigga ain't going and, you know what I'm saying, instead of DMX. Why Michael Jackson and Prince gone and this nigga still here? Oh, well, this nigga agent the whole time. And this nigga just came out last week talking about the priest felt on his nuts. Try to come again, like I said earlier, they always want to come with that humiliation story of how they got molested when they was young. But they didn't want to tell it the whole time. They want to wait to 25, 30, 40 years later. Now they want to tell these stories because all they got to do is tell a story. They're going to start back trending. They start getting deals. They start getting promotion. And they like that. They love it. They got to keep the name trending. So Bobby Brown is now using his dead family. He using them to trend now and keep money on the table. That's Bobby Brown Jr., Bobbi Christina. So that's why I said Bobby Brown is a piece of shit. And I'm done with that nigga. Also, I spoke about Yellow Beezy, should I say, locked up for sexual assault. A woman claims that he raped her. He's locked up on $1 million bond, and he also locked up for leaving a child in the house, allegedly. This is just trending news, man. I don't just be picking shit to pick shit. It's what's going on in the world. It's the sign of the times. But this nigga, and like I told you, other rappers, either they're going to be locked up for criminal, crime, violent activity, or they're going to lock their ass up for sexual activity and sex trafficking. Either way, it's an attack on the rappers. The war is being fought against rappers, period. Take it or leave it. I spoke about the stupid ass woman that got caught with drugs in the school zone. She got caught with all this you see in the school zone, along with a 2-year-old child in the back seat. 2-year-old. So she was trapping without a babysitter, basically. Trapping without a babysitter. And the reason why her stupid ass got caught, because as you see the tags right here, she was driving around with bogus tags. During the pandemic, a lot of people have been making tags on the internet. They let a lot of y'all get away with it before when it was shut down. Now it's locked down. A lot of people going to jail, getting caught slipping with bogus tags. So this particular woman, she got caught with Fruit Loops soaked in THC oil, but I'm not going to go into the whole thing. I spoke about it earlier, how a lot of this THC oil is actually fentanyl laced oil. And ain't no damn THC in it for real. That's why they have to use this oil to put in certain products so it'll sell. They also are marketing and promoting these type of drugs to children, kids, teenagers, making it simple, easy. You ain't got to smoke. Take you a gummy bear and get high. But for those that haven't heard, because some people be asleep, it is people in America that have died from taking edibles. A couple of kids have died from taking these candy edibles. Because remember, if it's fentanyl laced oil and it's being soaked to certain levels, it is going to kill certain people. And this woman was riding around with these packs, as well as a pan with a bunch of Fruit Loops soaking in it, with a gun in her purse. And she was caught in the school zone, so maybe she was about to make a sale to a kid. Either way, her stupid ass is locked up. And the reason why I say she's fucking stupid, because she knew it was no grown-up gonna buy that dumbass shit. So she tried to market to some kids. Her ass is out of here now. And she caught in the school zone. For those that know, when you get arrested in the school zone, that's guaranteed time. That's more time. Her ass is done. I also spoke about the woman that was a hero, and I don't know her name, but she killed this stupid nigga right here. This man was driving through a particular complex, a particular neighborhood, speeding when the kids was out, and they checked his stupid ass. They checked him and said, yo, what are you doing out here speeding? Don't you see these kids out here? He got mad, left, went home, went and got his gun, an AR-15. He wants to pull up. He pulled back up to the neighborhood, parked his car, hopped out with his gun, and started shooting at the crowd. But little did he know, it was a female that was, TTG. She was trained to go. She pulled out a hammer, cocked it back, and let loose on his dumb ass and killed his stupid ass. Laid him out with his AR-15. And now this woman is being praised a hero. When he pulled back up, he was actually about to shoot up a graduation party. So he was about to commit a mass shooting, but this woman had heart and she unloaded on his dumb ass. And his ass is out of here. And this woman is being praised as a hero. This happened in West Virginia, the mountain area. People don't know West Virginia is very, very lit. That ain't the point. The point is this nigga was going to be another mass shooter, but his ass got shot and laid out. So this woman was a hero. Same way in all these other situations. I spoke about the incident that happened in California where the mass shooter tried to shoot up the Taiwanese people, the people from Taiwan, and they jumped the shooter, took his gun and tied his ass up. I'm trying to show you a point. Everybody's not scared. Everybody's not in fear. Everybody's not saying, why is this happening to us? Why is this going on? Some people ready to fight and they ready to go. And they're war ready. And they're not going for it. Because some people understand that it's nobody coming to save them. This woman didn't have time to call the police. This man jumped out of the car, busting off shots. So she did not run or panic. She cocked back, aimed, and fired on his ass. And now this dumb nigga you see is dead. And he was about to be another mass shooter. So I'm just proving the point that it's a demonic energy on the planet. And it's going into many different bodies, all colors, all races. And I said, like I said it again, within all races, you got good and you got bad. If somebody ever tries to react racist to me, I'm going to act accordingly. That's all I'm saying. This nigga right here, he's out of here. That's what he get. I spoke about these three people, dumb, dumber, and the dumbest, from Brooklyn, went all the way to Connecticut to steal $8,000 worth of fucking soap, deodorant, vaginal products, toothpaste, and shit like that out of CVS, drugstore, Rite Aid, Walgreens, whatever. They went into CVS all the way. Now, mind you, we heard about people hopping in their cars, going places. They hopped in their car from Brooklyn, went to Connecticut. You know, it was a time niggas went to go sell drugs in Connecticut. Well, they went to Connecticut to go steal out of damn drugstore. And they stole $8,000 worth of products. I said it like I said earlier, I'm not promoting no crime. These niggas could have went in Macy's in a polo section. They could have went to an outlet. They could have went to the Louis store. They could have went to anywhere designer. These niggas went to a drugstore and got caught with $8,000 worth of products. They had 235 products altogether. And we know in a drugstore ain't nothing but it's nothing but body wash, stuff like that. And it was a time where this was considered crackhead crimes. Why you think in some of your neighborhood, when you go get deodorant, detergent, it's locked up? Because the fiends was already stealing that for years. That was their number one hustle. A dope head, a fiend, first thing they go do, when they wake up and they broke, they go to the drugstore, steal some body wash, detergent, deodorant. We know they got t-shirts, stuff like that in there. Well, they went to go steal $8,000 worth of that stuff. And they stupid ass got caught because it was a plainclothes police officer in the parking lot that seen them come out the car with their bags and seen they dumbass. And like I said earlier, it probably was this girl with the blonde hair that made they stupid ass hot. And they got the dry face and they looked like they probably was fucking getting high. And that's all they wanted to do was get high. Who knows? You ain't paying no bills or robbing no damn drugstores for no damn merch. And like I said earlier, niggas don't want to get it through their head. Niggas don't want to get a job, but they want to go to jail and eat trash food and pay for commissary. Niggas don't want to work while they free, but they want to go to jail and buy cups of oodles noodles that's overpriced. They want to eat sardines and Cheetos, but you don't want to work at Burger King. And like I said earlier, yeah, that shit sound lame. It was lame. Working fast food, working a job. Shit sound corny, right? But guess what? Shit sound way better than being in jail, struggling, starving, and you ain't getting no fucking commissary, and you ain't getting no calls, and you ain't getting shit, and you gonna come out broke. So the choice is yours. Ain't no more shortcuts. Either you gonna work or grind hard for what you gonna get, or you ain't getting nowhere. Now you take it or leave it. I ain't telling nobody what to do. I'm just telling you what it is. Niggas out here doing Lyft. Niggas out here driving Uber. You got DoorDash, Grubhub. You got mad hustles out here. Hustles. A hustle is a hustle. A job is a job. A job is a hustle. Somebody told me a real nigga work a job before they fall off. Before you fall off, you better work a job. Matter of fact, while you're doing good, work a job so you won't do bad and you have extra money to play with. My point is, ain't nothing better than walking out the bank. Ain't nothing better than that cha-ching or that alert money deposit. It's nothing better than that. Trying to tell y'all niggas something real. It's nothing better than that alert saying deposit. Or when you're going to take care of business and they say, do you got a pay stub? Do you got a bank statement when you're going to cop something of importance? See that? That's the new world. All that underground shit ain't going to get you nowhere unless you're getting good money. And I told y'all before, I know how to cut hair. So I'm always going to have a hustle off the books. Yes. But that ain't the point. The point is you're gonna have to put in work. When you feel like you don't want to do shit, but you want to go to a drugstore and steal $8,000 worth of shit, do you really in your mind think you're gonna come up off of that? Or you're gonna be a serial drugstore robber? You're just gonna go across the whole world stealing out of drugstores? I'm just showing you how low people are getting and going because the drug supplies are getting cut off, like I keep telling you, and people gonna keep doing stupid ass crime. No, nigga, you can't sell drugs. No, miss, you can't sell no ass on Backpage no more. You can't pimp and prostitute. Y'all all going to jail for sex trafficking. So now y'all gotta steal. That's it. Done. Finish. Episode over with. Salute to the chat. And once again, Bobby Brown is a piece of shit. He's a black cloud, and he's a fucking cursed nigga. And everywhere he go, curses shall follow. Done with this nigga Bobby Brown. And you're going to see he is still going around trying to cash out off these damn stories. Lying. But it is what it is. And I know Bobby Brown, some of y'all hero, and some of y'all don't want to get over certain things, but it is what it is. I don't care. The curse of Bobby Brown, man. How could one man have so many dead people in his family? His immediate family on top of that. There ain't other family members. That's just his immediate family. And he admitted he got high around all of them. That's all I'm saying. And he admitted he did not protect his daughter in her last day. He knew she was being abused. He knew she was being controlled. And that nigga ain't do nothing. So, as of right now, Bobby, you might be guilty, nigga. You might have had something to do with that. Because you was mad. You ain't had control of that estate, nigga. Anyway, I ain't gonna go there. That's all allegations. But rest in peace to Bobby Brown Jr. and rest in peace to Bobbi Christina and rest in peace to Whitney Houston. And some people might feel like, why Bobby ain't leaving and Whitney stayed? But that's how I go. Salute to the chat. Episode 184. You already know what time it is. I'm about to get out of here. It's Friday. Hold up. PT trainer Anthony. Bobby Brown like to cover up getting high with Louis and Gucci. That's right. Nigga be dripped in designer now. Trying to hide it. He's trying to clean up his image now. Because he's older. He has to make money. He still likes that limelight. You know what they say. What they say, once you get that fame, it's a drug. They can't leave it alone. Bobby Brown don't want to just be a regular man, live his life. No, he want to still keep coming out, exploiting his family. That's all I'm saying. Salute Wax Dog, 100. That's right. The Chicks 1000. What's up, Annette? Good to see you. If they are addicts, they definitely will go state to state. That's right. That's what they do. They're going to go from state to state robbing, stealing products. Like I said, they're not stealing no top-notch stuff. They stealing. Matter of fact, y'all taking a crackhead. Y'all taking a junkie hustle. Y'all stepping on their toes. You know, the fiends in the hood, they make their bread and butter by robbing out of drugstores real quick. Family Dollar, Dollar General. You know how they get us them products for the low. You know that. They get us the body wash for $5, $3. You know, they get us the big thing of detergent for the low. Man, that's the fiends hustle. Now you got regular people taking the fiends hustle. It's just sad. Think about it. You got people, see, she want to be a bad bitch. Want to have them bundles on, you dig? Want to have the blonde hair, want to be a city girl, want to be fly. But when you meet this chick, my nigga, you ain't even going to know this bitch make a living out of stealing out of drugstores. You might think she fly. You might think she cute when you see her done up, but you ain't even know her whole hustle is stealing out of fucking drugstores. You see? I told you, man. It's a percentage. They be doing bad, but they want to be bad bitches. I'm trying to tell you this. She's one of them right there. So yeah, Nat, like you said, they go from state to state stealing out of drugstore. That's what they do. That's right. Everybody have a safe Memorial Day weekend. That's right. Monday is Memorial Day. It's a holiday. You also could take that time out to deal with some of your memories. Deal with good memories of your people that's not here. You can use Memorial Day for many different things. College of Staten Island. Salute to all of y'all, man. Salute to the family for pulling up. Once again, y'all already know how we do. Yeah, I'm going to be doing a weekend special. Y'all stay tuned. Yeah, I might be going live while y'all be live at the cookout. While y'all live at the event, y'all can put me on the speaker and I'm gonna be lit. Yeah, I'm gonna do Memorial Day special. Aaron Brown, what's up, Aaron Brown? Let me see what y'all talking about in here. They gotta make their own food if they're at Burger King. Hey, look, I'm gonna tell you right now. If you don't got survival tactics right now, shame on you. That's your dumbass fault. Right now, a person can work at fast food, get a guaranteed meal every day, get a check, and you can do something else because you might go there part-time. It's so much stuff you could do, but you could work there just to have a free meal every day and stack that bread. Save you for spending money, free meal, and you get a paycheck. Yeah, it sounds lame now, right? But now they getting 15 plus now. And guess what? When I go out and I go to these spots, guess what? Guess who got all the jobs? All the jobs. The teenagers got all the jobs now, the kids. Teenagers, young people got all the jobs. You know why? Because all the old heads, they don't want to work. They want to rob out of drugstore. The old heads, they want to take a shortcut. The old heads don't want to work no more because I ain't working on McDonald's. That's how we was taught. I ain't working on McDonald's. I ain't doing that. I ain't working for the white man. That ain't enough money. Guess what? Kids got all the jobs. That's why you see the teenagers doing better than grown-ups now. Young people are doing better than older people. You know why? Because they hustling and working. That's it. I'm just being real with you. They taking all of the jobs. All the jobs that people don't want, they taking all of them. Is it true when they say that particular people are lazy? Or they just want a shortcut, huh? Who knows? That's what they say. Yeah, everything I told you, the world changed. Everything that was corny is now okay now. It's popping. Everything that was popping is considered corny now. I'm telling you, they didn't switch the whole game up. They made it where hustling was the shit. Now hustling, your ass gonna be fucked up. And a person actually working fast food will be doing better than you in the long run. And mind you, I say McDonald's, Burger King, I don't gotta be there. It could be Chick-fil-A, it could be Chipotle. I'm just saying these are jobs that hire quick. All you gotta do is hire the manager. Y'all need help? Manager say, yeah, all right, put your application in. I'm gonna put your application. You got the job. Easy. And nobody want to work now. That's why it's even more easy to get a job. I'm just being real. You got niggas be on probation, parole. They ain't got no fucking job. You stupid nigga. You dumb. Don't you know the job to keep the PO off your ass? Don't you know you can do whatever it is you still do if you got a job as a front, nigga, you better. You niggas ain't learned that shit. Because you stuck in the past and you hard-headed. But soon a lot of you niggas gonna be stealing out of drugstore. You're gonna be stealing meat out the damn supermarket. You're gonna be stuffing your pants with a pack of steak. Because you ain't gonna be able to feed yourself. You know why? Because niggas keep playing. Hey, that's my opinion, y'all. I don't care. And I ain't no damn hypocrite neither. I put my work in every day. And I ain't talking about stealing. You know what I'm saying? If I can get clean, anybody can get clean, man. If I can get legit, anybody can get legit. There ain't no damn excuses no more. Niggas be hard-headed. Guess what? There was no nigga more hard-headed than me. So I ain't gonna say, that's why I said I ain't no damn hypocrite. Nigga couldn't tell me nothing. And I'm telling you, that shit ain't gonna work no more. All right, I see y'all though. Jeanette, all artists mental. Thank y'all for pulling up, man. I'm about to get out of here. It's Friday, you know what I'm saying? Good weekend. What up, John Shaft? What up, my bro? You already know. Miss Jackie, Mr. X, salute, Mr. X. What's popping? L Blizz, what up? That's right. Y'all enjoy y'all weekend, man. Enjoy the holiday weekend. Look, don't get caught drunk driving. Don't wreck yourself. Enjoy yourself. Eat something good and relax. Do something good. Stay away from dark clouds and stay away from people that's cursed and stay away from people that's always fucking miserable and stay away from people that always got bad news. Bad news don't travel fast. As niggas entertain bad news and they make it travel fast, man. That's it. Salute to everybody that pulled up. Salute to everybody that's trying to better themselves. That's what we do over here. We keep it solid and we talk that talk. So thank you everybody for pulling up. Like I say, if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the all notification bell, leave a comment, share on any platform. It don't got to be on YouTube. You can share on Facebook. You can share on Twitter. You can post up on the gram. You can put a little bit of your story. It don't matter. Niggas know by now I don't strike for using my content. Just give me my credit. But I do respect the people that don't like nobody using their content, because it is a lot of work that goes into it. But the thing is, if you're going to use somebody credit, no matter who you, or use somebody content, pardon me, you're supposed to give them credit. That's with anything. That's business. That's just common courtesy. That's it. So y'all can use this, y'all can spread it out however y'all want to spread it out. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the Ear Hustling Podcast on multiple platforms. Don't forget to download, and don't forget to tap in, because I got some things coming. I'm just getting it together right now, and I got 3 episodes, and I got jewels being dropped on different topics, and I got more to come, and interviews and a whole bunch of other stuff. So I'm trying to keep y'all in the loop, because some of y'all are just going to be late anyway. Other than that, man, I'm about to be out of here. Thank y'all for pulling up. Thank y'all for tapping in. I ran my mouth enough, and I'm about to go. Episode 184, The Curse of Bobbi Brown. Also, don't forget to check the episode on Did Michael Jackson Really Do It? I'm tapping back into some of these stories and topics because they starting to come back out again. And you got to remember, every so often, people try to capitalize off these stories, but every now and then new information leaks out. Like earlier, I spoke about Snoop Dogg lying ass, how he said he went to see Tupac and he passed out. But what some people don't remember is Tupac and Snoop Dogg had beef the week before Pac died. That's why Snoop Dogg didn't want to be in Vegas with Tupac when he was living. And that's why Tupac didn't try to squash the beef with the Crips. Because remember, yeah, it happened with Lando Anderson. But people forget it was certain events that led up to that. And it was a Crip and Blood beef. And my point is this: Snoop Dogg made sure he stayed out the way. He ain't try to squash nothing. He ain't try to hold Pac down. But now he want to tell us he went and passed out when he seen Pac. And we have never heard this story from people that was there. Outlaws, so many people was there to see that man his last day. Now this man wakes up and make up a whole new story. He fainted. Each year, a nigga that was around Tupac is going to make up a new story to stay trending and to stay active. That's all you got to know. Tupac birthday coming up soon too. Every year, him and Big, somebody's going to come out with a new fucking story. Same old bullshit. Anyway, that's it. That's life. Life is full of doo-doo like Bobbi Brown. And I'm out of here. That's it. Y'all have a good weekend. TGIF. I'm Ghost.